Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First for Los Angeles, Russell Westbrook out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Andre Drummond at 6'1" and 275 pounds, the big athletic presence out of the University of Connecticut inside at center. He's thrilled for this one. Everyone will be watching now how he does in his first NBA official game. And it's LeBron James, and it's Davis at the 4 slot. And then for the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry's out there with Klay Thompson. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Durant in at the 4.
You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Back to Curry. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. That's good. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Green, the pass to Curry. He feeds it to Durant. Back to Curry. Dishes it to Durant. From deep three-point range, the shot no good.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Westbrook kicks to Davis. LeBron. Off target with his 3. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Caldwell Pope kicks to Davis. Curry meets him. From 7.
Good.
It's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Davis against Durant. Kicks to Curry. Back to Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State. And again, no good by Golden State. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Durant kicks to Green. They set the pick. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. Back to Green. And right away, they launch it with a 3-pointer of their own.
How about that? They respond to a 3-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Back to Durant. Green kicks to Durant. Now the dish to Green. Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Davis setting the pick for Westbrook. Pass to Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. It's Westbrook with the drive. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
You know, there are a number of things that went wrong for the Lakers, and a lot of it led to them being a poor team on the road. They just didn't look like they were on the same page whenever they played away from Staples.
Outside Curry. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by LeBron. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Green with the block. Durant kicks to Curry. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Lakers trail by 3. Back to the Lakers in their play on the road. It wasn't for their lack of scoring. They would put up just about as many on the road as they would at home. Steve, it's just that they wouldn't get the stops. The defense wasn't what they needed for road wins.
Well, if you're going to win on the road, Kevin, you have to get stops. And the Lakers didn't do that. And, you know, you think about this year, without Dwight Howard now, that defense is only going to get worse. So I would look for the road to be a major issue this year for the Lakers.
And Davis, here we go. Back to LeBron. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 3. Baseline try. Hits the front of the rim and out. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Westbrook dishes to Davis. He's against Green. Davis kicks to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Davis. Westbrook passes to LeBron. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together, and you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
Westbrook kicks to Davis. Backs him down. The 10-footer finds the target. Davis has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Lakers.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Outside Curry. Lets a floater go, and he sinks the layup. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Backing down is LeBron. Out to Anthony. The steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. The Lakers trail. Outside Westbrook. The feed to Carmelo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's stolen by Anthony. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Lakers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he can't get the first one.
Well, let's start with the positive and the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for them.
Lee's checked in for Golden State. He hits the second from the line. The Warriors shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. From the arc, and that one's good. Lee's got himself on the board with 3 there. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them in every sense of the word. Injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but you know the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor. for LA. And I think a lot of people thought that the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion is quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
And here in the second quarter of action with a little under 2.5 minutes played so far. The pass to Wiggins. Lee outside. Puts up a three. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Wiggins. Here's Davis. Warriors with the rebound. From the wing. And the Warriors miss again. Lakers trail by 3. Westbrook dishes to Davis. It's rebounded by Bazemore.
It's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Pass to Wiggins. Loom. He kicks to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Here's Lee. LeBron with the block. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Different look here for the Warriors. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Anthony sets the pick for LeBron. Backing in. And again, no good by the Lakers.
That's a shot he's got to hit, and you don't get too many better looks from that range.
They set the pick. Durant, the pass to Lee. Fires the three. Gets the bucket. Lee's got 6 here in this quarter.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Outside Westbrook. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. 5 on the clock. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Shot to stop the drought. That's good on the jump shot. 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. It's Durant with the drive. Lee against Westbrook. Passes it to Kelly with the shot and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle of this game.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Davis gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Now the pass to Kelly. Outside Durant. There's a good screen. Lee kicks to Durant. And another three for Golden State.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointer. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Anthony sets the pick for LeBron. He passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. The kick out to Westbrook. Tries a three, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 5.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Lee dishes to Durant. Back to Lee. The three. Another three for Golden State.
Yet another three for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
And the first half ends in a close one.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Coming to you from the 2K Sports Studios, I'm Damon Bruce with the first half recap. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Los Angeles. The three-point shooting? Ridiculous. They're knocking down everything. Stephen Curry's been productive. He's chipped in 4 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. And hanging tough, the Los Angeles Lakers. The outside shot just not there for them today, but that certainly hasn't stopped them from trying. We might see some adjustments after the break. The first half was a letdown for LeBron. Not a lot of production to show for his minutes. They'll need him to play a lot stronger in the second half. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out to the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Lee.
Boy, he put on a show from the three-point line in the first half, didn't he? We'll see if the halftime break had any cooling effect on him.
Yeah, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. Misses the wing J.
Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
Lakers trail by 8. Feeds it to Davis. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you wanted to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the field. LeBron passes to Carmelo. He feeds it to Westbrook. Back to Anthony. Dishes it to Westbrook. And another basket for the Lakers. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Green kicks to Curry. The dish to Durant. Neumann is guarded by Davis. Outside Curry. Green. Thompson from long range. Gets it to go. Thompson's got 6.
What a confusion defensively.
Hey, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that move.
Westbrook dishes to LeBron. Back to Westbrook. Kicks it to Davis. From 7. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
It had been half a decade since the Lakers hadn't won the Pacific Division, and their back-to-back titles included in that stretch. But it was quite the fall from grace they took, as the Kings of the Pacific would end up 8-8 and 3rd in the division a season ago.
And so he hits both. Touching back on the Lakers in the Pacific Division, you look at the problems they had with how they played, Steve, and the way the rest of the division stacked up. You could see the problems lining up for them.
Well, the division got better, Kevin. I mean, that's the big thing. Both the Clippers and the Warriors turned out to be excellent teams. Phoenix and Sacramento, not so much. But in the end, I mean, the Lakers...
Man, what a play. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
6 to shoot. Thompson passes to Durant. Fades and shoots. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Here's Thompson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Thompson's got 8.
But the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Back to Anthony. LeBron outside. This one for 3. And again, LeBron missing. Warriors leading by 8. Neumann is guarded by Davis. He dishes it to Durant. And that one goes goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Up over 50% now from the floor with the way they've shot this half.
Yeah, that's a nice improvement. It's not a surprise to see them out in front with the way they have shot throughout the entire game, as a matter of fact. They've been very efficient offensively.
Anthony kicks to Westbrook. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Out to Anthony. The feed now to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Anthony. Jumper off the screen, and Davis can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's the screen. Here's Wiggins. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Warriors lead by 13. Here's Westbrook. He has 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And they get it. No good from Caldwell Pope.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Pope loose. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Here's Wiggins. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Anthony with the bucket. Durant with it. He's got 8. Neumann launches it. The Lakers with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's LeBron. Beats the bucket.
Wow! Important 3 to cut it to single digits. It's still within reach. They've got a...
The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they have. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Punches it down the top.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Neumann, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
Lakers trail by 9. Davis setting the pick for LeBron. He kicks it to Westbrook. Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's been a tough game for him offensively. Neumann defended by Caldwell Pope. Here's Curry, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one. You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
The turnaround Jay, again the Lakers.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
You know, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Warriors leading by 5. Neumann is guarded by Davis. LeBron against Curry. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Caldwell Pope pass it to LeBron. Defended by Wiggins. Lock at 6. LeBron dishes to Westbrook. And the shot is good.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Mark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Passes it to Curry. Neumann. And Davis sends it back. And he recovers it. And good on the basket. Booking. And the Warriors lead by 7.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Good game for Westbrook. 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
That one is off. Klay Thompson is checked in for the Warriors. And he's good on the second. Warriors leading by 6. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Right side Curry. The putback, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Anthony kicks to LeBron. Outside Westbrook. Fires the 3. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Stolen by Thompson. And there's the pass to Wiggins. Westbrook with the nice D there. Lakers trail by 5. LeBron kicks to Westbrook.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk is way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, and he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Curry can't get it to go.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Anthony down low. He's covered by Thompson. From 6 away. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Green with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Green kicks to Durant. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's LeBron. Back to Anthony. Lakers passing it around. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. 3-pointers off the mark.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Durant against Anthony. And Curry, here we go. Good D by Westbrook.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Anthony missing again. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green up on top, covered by LeBron. 6 on the shot clock, gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Westbrook drives in, and here's Anthony from the arc. Trifecta! So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe...
I wonder if I take you there, would you believe in fairy tales?